Ichat. This video is a little bit unprompted. This is just kind of spur of the moment. A user on my Discord basically noticed that a lot of people had this misconception that the phrase "Westu hall," be well, but basically that they had the misconception that this phrase could be used in the singular or in the plural. Be well, that can be used for be you one well or be you all well, so we can understand where they're coming from, but one of the people with this misconception on the Discord posted a link to where they were learning from, and it was this Memrise course called Learn Old English. And so this little Memrise course, as you can actually see from looking at my screen right now, I've had experience with this, so it was part of my learning journey. I just want to save y'all the time of unlearning the mistakes that I had to unlearn. That's basically where I'm coming from with this. Let's take a look, actually. Let's look at the first lesson. And the very first thing that we learn from this course is Westu hall, which means hello, and it doesn't tell you that Wesatye hall exists. It doesn't tell you any of that. It just tells you that Westu hall is hello. So there we go. First word, and we've already got a little misconception. And we've also got West hall, which is a short version of Westu hall. The next thing that it says is who hottest thu. That's another really common misconception. Hottest is not correct here. This should be hottest. So who hottest thu. And if you can't hear the difference, I'm saying a double T instead of a single T. So I'm saying hottest instead of hottest. Basically, the word hoton means to call. And the way of saying, which is actually correct here, they say Ichat Alfred. They spell it in modern English for some reason, but we'll forgive it. Ichat. That is a passive form. It is one of the few verbs that has a passive form, so good work here, bad work there. Ichat good, who hottest, wrong. But yeah, Ichat Bob, who gath. Who gath is... It's not ingrammatical. It's not attested. The closest thing that we really have to a how are you that is attested is we have like hu mertu, which means how may you, if you will. So I would say hu mertu, but hu gath is not ingrammatical. Maybe you should say hu gath hit if you want to say hu gath, but I would say hu mertu. It's god ach thonkjethe. That's a wrong placement of ak. So, yeah, and then it just goes into a big long list of words and a bunch of sentences directly taken off of Alfred's colloquy, which is good. You know, you should learn from stuff like that. Bila van ich maybe jute anshrud and fauch. So yeah. Ich heara, that's good. Tu hearest, you heareth, yeah. This is another wrong one. We heareth him. So the thing is, the accusative and the dative pronouns for the first and second person, the accusative of those, mech and thek, and the datives, me and the, had a frequency to merge even in Old English. This was not the case with he, heu, hit. So in Old English, you would not have said we heareth him. That would be early Middle English, late Old English. You should say we heareth hine. So here's another one. Ich ga to setun. So here we have the nominative case being used after a preposition, which is wrong. It should be ich ga to tham tune. Ich ga to setun in thar ich libbe. That's, again, it should be ich ga to tham tune. Tune, sorry, we're not French. In is Anglian, so we'll switch to on. It should be so. Ich ga to tham tune, on tham the ich libbe. So you wouldn't use in where I live. That's wrong. You would say I go to the town in which I live, which is how they've translated it. So that's frustrating. Ich dude money thing there. You need to inflect money, so that should be manigo. So ich dude manigo thing there. And you could even use the word fela and the genitive and say ich dude fela thing got there. Again, we need to inflect money here. It should be habe. Ich habe money kraftas. This is just not a word. It should be con. It might be con. It's con. So my would be like saying I have the ability, and con would be saying I know how to. So in this context, I think actually it should be con. So ich habe money kraftas and con don manu thing. Or you could say ich habe fela krafta and con don fela thinga. So that's another thing. So that hus, that's correct. It should be neuter. Here we actually have a correct ich habe, even though up here he wrote ich habe, which is wrong. Ich habe hus, that's fine. Du ne havast hus, that's fine. Havast is a bit poetic in Anglian. I would say hafst, like here. But you can do whatever you will. This is wrong. He havaf michone hus. So michone would be correct if hus was masculine. We'll use hund. Hund means dog. Hund is masculine. So you would say he havaf michone hund. So he has a big dog. But you wouldn't say michone hus because hus is neuter. So you should be saying he havaf michel hus. So on tham Buddha. And I might be wrong on this, but I remember looking this up, and I think voodoo is wood, the material, and hold or wald is wood, the place. So I would have said on tham walde. I'm not going to go through the entire thing. I don't think I have to go through the entire thing. I think that's like a representative sort of sampling of this Memrise course. So my advice would be don't use this one. There's another Memrise course for Old English. Not my own. I do have one, but it's incomplete. I'm gonna try and find the one. Yeah, this one here. This course, Elementary Old English with Audio. This one's pretty good. This comes from a real grammar book, an Old English grammar by Smith. So this one comes from real resources. It's more correct. I'd recommend using this one. I wouldn't recommend using the one that I was showing you. So that's my advice. Thank you for watching. This has been English mit Alwine. Have a good day. Where you sell those slaughter.